Hey everyone, Brian from Vintage Classic Specialist here. Happy Saturday to everyone. Welcome to another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So I am on purpose showing the motor for the 54 right-hand drive barn door today because I haven't got around to starting it yet. However, just wanted to mention and thank the owner who came in from Hawaii to check out Octo, which is the Orange County Transporters Association meet, which they have 3 times a year for those of you that aren't local or haven't heard of it. Came out to check out the show and, of course, stopped by the shop. This was his first time seeing his motor complete and in person. So, yeah, it was. He was pretty happy. And, of course, he's seen lots and lots of pictures of it and so on. And we've been keeping him posted, and he does watch the channel, so he's seen it as it's come along. But of course, it's always better to see something in person and more cool, especially when it's his and it's going in his amazing 54 right-hand drive combi. So yeah, big thanks to him for coming out. Thanks for lunch, and hopefully we'll be getting around to starting this within the next week or so. So anyway, yeah, that's why I'm showing that. And because, I always hate to say stuff like this because it sounds like a lot of tooting one's own horn, but I love this motor. I think it's probably one of the best looking motors, old school speed motors I've ever seen. I just love this thing. So if that sounds like tooting my own horn, sorry, but Rafa and I and the owner, we love this motor. Anyway, that is enough of me gloating about that. But thanks again to him for popping by. So as far as me, I wasn't in for a real long time. Came in today at 9, and then the owner of this bus came by at maybe like 11 or so. And so chatting with him a bit and going to lunch and then chatting some more. So only ended up probably working a couple hours today. But I did manage to put the front rotors on this baby, this beautiful one family sea blue 64 Beetle. So if you follow the channel, you saw that Jacob actually masked off and painted these yesterday, which is fairly tedious work. And but of course, as everything Jacob does, he did an amazing job. So they look killer. And so those were painted. So this morning when I came in, I pretty much less tedious than applying it, but pretty tedious, removed all the masking tape from the braking surfaces that Jacob had put on. And then, went about installing bearing races, which is always kind of a pain. But again, I typically take the bearing races and put them in the freezer for a couple hours or so, let them shrink ever so slightly. And then did something today that I hadn't done in the past just to kind of help, and that was actually set the rotors out in the sun to let them warm up a little bit. So warming up the rotors, cooling off the races, you get a little expansion here, a little contraction there. Every little bit helps when going to put in these races because they can be a pretty tight fit. Anyway, they went in without any real drama, which is always nice. And then, from there, basically just packed bearings, which the regulars around here know is among my least favorite things to do. But, there they are. And so, packed the bearings, installed the inner bearings with their respective seal, and then, went ahead and slid them on the drums. I still have to put on the little locking tabs and the outer nuts and do like a final adjustment of the actual tightness here. But, those are on, so that's kind of a big step. So we'll probably, other than putting on the reservoir now and putting on still the rear drums, which should be ready to like slide right on, and then adjusting the back brakes, the brakes on this car should be done. So we'll probably go ahead and bleed those pretty soon after doing those last few things. And then I think then we'll go ahead and put this car back on the ground. It's been sitting on jack stands for a while as we've gone through and rebuilt the transmission and totally redone the front suspension and stuff like that. So it's about time for this guy to be back on its feet. So that's good. And it just kind of helps around the shop to have cars that aren't like stuck in one place, because then if we need to swap this car out for another car. As far as this space in our shop is kind of well suited to cars that we don't need to move a lot. So like, for example, the tennis ball sitting here on jack stands, it's not really in the way of anything. Same thing with this place and this place here, cars that were, kind of at a point in the project where they're not going to be needing to be moved much, versus cars that, we want to be able to push out and do stuff like that on them, kind of more in this area and to some extent this area. But anyway, yeah, so it'll be good to get this guy back on the ground and mobile again, and that is going to be happening soon. So kind of a big step for it, getting it back on its own wheels and tires here with freshly rebuilt suspension, transmission and suspension, freshly rebuilt front end, pretty much all new brake components everywhere, disc brake upgrade. Gonna be a neat little car. Very happy for these people that they'll be able to start a new chapter and enjoying this car with a lot more power and way better braking and super nice interior, if I do say so myself. Compliments of Santiago, none other than him. So yeah. So that was pretty much what I did today. Again, just ended up working for maybe a couple hours. So let's talk about the boys here. So let's start with Mr. Rene, our paint and body wizard. He continued color sanding pretty much like the roof and the back of this car, which I think he's done now. So he starts off with 1,000 grit, and then he goes to 1,500 grit, and then finally finishes with 2,000 grit. And then our other guy, who shall remain anonymous, comes and does the polishing and then a couple stages of buffing. I think I showed this one yesterday. You can see like very light marks on it from polishing, but that's polishing. So again, the car was sanded pretty much like that, and then you kind of go at it in stages as far as taking it down to its ultimate, best, smoothest shine. And so this is just the first stage, which is why you can still see those polishing marks. So this is like a kind of a coarser compound here versus the polishing compounds that are, a couple more progressively fine ones that we finish it off with. Anyway, a bit of a maze in here with all these cars. But yeah, so today I'm pretty sure Rene finished the roof and the whole back of the car all the way down to 2,000. So our guy that does the actual buffing is going to come. I think he's coming on Monday, and he'll try and knock part of this out. So that is that. And then as far as Santiago is concerned, if you saw yesterday, you know that he had finished the headliner on this beautiful 56 Beetle. I can get my light going here. So yeah, here's headliner. Showed it yesterday. It's the same. However, today he went ahead and worked on the carpet. So yesterday he had the carpet in over the wheel wells. So today he put in the piece here in the luggage area that kind of extends under the back seat area. And then also put in at least the ones that go partially along the heater channel there. I do need to buy the aluminum covers that go over those, and I do need to buy the rubber mat that goes in front here. So I'll order those Monday, probably get them Tuesday, and then he can finish the carpet. I think he's made all these pieces. He's waiting on me to get the aluminum rings for those and the rubber mat, and then I can sew those on, install it, and then the interior, or at least the carpet and headliner, are done. And then next he's going to start on the door panels and of course the seats themselves. So yeah, good progress here. He worked part of a day on this and managed to finish the carpet, at least with what he was able to with the parts and stuff that he had. So guys, I believe that is it. A little bit of a short episode, but it's Saturday. It's a short day. So I'm going to go home and do my paperwork and hopefully take tomorrow off, take tomorrow off from shop work. Of course, I'll be doing honeydews and yard work and stuff like that at home, but that's adult life for you. I do have a tech tip that I'm going to post up maybe Sunday, just so I have something to feed to YouTube on Sunday about assembling the bearings onto these axles and some things you need to look out for when you put new bearings on any axles, I guess new or used. So look out for that tech tip as a short, probably tomorrow, Sunday. So you'll see that come in and hopefully someone will find it useful at some point. So guys, that is it for me. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your weekend. And I guess we will see you again Monday. Bye.